as the dignitaries arrive.
Sorry for coming late.
Please be seated. Good morning to one and all gathered here. A very warm and inspiring welcome to the National Seminar on Transforming Tomorrow with AI, Blending Technology with Imagination, hosted by the Department of Arts, Christ College of Science and Management.
In a world rapidly shaped by artificial intelligence and innovation, it is imagination that adds soul to technology. Today, we are here not just to discuss transformation, but to be a part of it. We are truly honored to welcome a gathering of esteemed guests, brilliant minds, and passionate learners. Let us begin this momentous day by invoking the blessings of the Almighty. May divine grace guide our thoughts and actions. I invite Ms. Josephine of 3rd BA to lead us in the prayer song.
Let art embrace intellect. To add a cultural touch to this academic occasion, let us welcome Harshita of 1st BA for a graceful welcome dance.
As we gather to reflect on transforming tomorrow with AI, blending technology with imagination, I begin with a traditional Bharatanatyam performance of Mahaganapatam, a composition in praise of Lord Ganesha, symbol of wisdom, creativity, and new beginnings. This piece is more than a ritual invocation, it is a tribute to the power of imagination that both classical art and artificial intelligence rely on. Today, AI is not only reshaping industries but also helping us preserve languages, create digital art, compose music, and bring new dimensions to storytelling. Performing a classical piece in this setting reminds us that technology and tradition need not to be opposites. They can coexist, support, and enhance one another. Just as Bharatanatyam expresses emotions through rhythm and geometry, AI too can learn patterns and help us extend our creativity in new and meaningful directions. Let this dance be a symbol of that harmony, a future where human expression and machine intelligence grow together.
Thank you, Arshita. Every celebration is made special by the presence of visionary leaders. We are honored to invite Reverend Father Jens John CMI, Principal, Christ College of Science and Management, to deliver the welcome address.
Reverend Father Joseph CMI, President of this National Seminar, Dr. Niranjana Banali, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Bengaluru North University, our Chief Guest of the day, Master Rahul John Aju, Dr. Lenkappa Hanumantayya, respected member of Rajya Sabha and a national poet, Padma Shri Dr. C.R. Chandrasekhar, Mr. B.S. Satish Kumar, Senior Deputy Editor, The Hindu, Reverend Father Epicly Francis, Vice Principal, Dr. S. Samachiri, Head Department of Arts, invited guests, directors, HODs, esteemed dignitaries, respected faculty members, and my dear students. A splendid morning to this illustrious gathering. Today we stand at the confluence of wisdom, innovation, and service as we inaugurate this national seminar on Transforming Tomorrow with AI, blending technology with imagination. This is more than an event, it's a celebration of knowledge, creativity, and collaboration. It's a platform designed to ignite minds, bridge disciplines, and inspire excellence. Let me begin by welcoming Reverend Father Joseph CMI, the manager of Christ Group of Institutions, Malu, a visionary and a stalwart of holistic education. Your unwavering commitment to blending tradition with modernity has made our campuses sanctuaries of learning and character building. We are honored to have you lead this seminar. Welcome, dear Father. We are privileged to welcome Professor Niranjana Banerjee, Vice Chancellor, BNU Kola, a scholar whose remarkable journey from a village of Banerjee in Sissi Taluk to the pinnacle of academia is a saga of resilience and perseverance. A proud alumnus of Government Primary School Banerjee and the University of Mysore, your leadership is a testament that education rooted in humanity can uplift entire communities. We acknowledge the contribution to make Bengaluru North University professional and progressing steadfast in a short span of time. Hearty welcome to Professor Niranjana Banerjee to this national seminar. Today's gathering is graced by a young prodigy who has shattered the barriers of age and achievement. Master Raul John Aju, a 15-year-old tech trailblazer from Kerala, with contributions to global platforms like Google Forums, NASCO, and TEDx 3 times. And as an international AI trainer, you have already trained professionals worldwide and ignited young minds in classrooms across the globe. Your journey is a glowing reminder that passion, not age, defines greatness. To our students, look at Raul and believe. If you can dream it, you can do it. Hearty welcome to Master Raul John Aju. Now let us welcome our illustrious keynote speakers. Let me start with Dr. Langappa Hanumanthaya, literary and political luminary, a Rajya Sabha member, International Congress leader, and a national poet. His works such as Katpu Kannana Kudagi, Alva have left a deep emotional imprint on Karnataka's cultural landscape. With honors like Vishwesvaraya Puraskar and Saranga Mud Prize, your voice is both poetic and powerful. We eagerly await your insights that blend the soul of literature with the strength of leadership. Hearty welcome to Dr. Langappa Hanumanthaya to this national seminar. Padma Shri Dr. C.R. Chandrasekhar, a legend in mental health, retired professor at NIMHANS, founder of Samadhana Counseling Center, and author of over 300 Kannada books and 50 English publications, and 1,000 plus journal articles. Your tireless dedication to mental health awareness has made knowledge accessible and stigma conquerable. In a world where mental well-being is more crucial than ever, your presence here is a beacon of compassion and wisdom. Hearty welcome, dear sir. Mr. B.S. Satish Kumar, Senior Deputy Editor of The Hindu and Deputy Chief of Bureau, a journalist whose 30-year career is defined by truth, integrity, and excellence. A gold medalist from the University of Mysore, your work stands as bulwark against misinformation. Your voice reminds us that journalism, when rooted in ethics, becomes a powerful tool for justice and democracy. Hearty always, Jose, we welcome you, Father, as well. A special welcome to Dr. S. Samachari, Head Department of Arts, the mastermind behind this impactful national seminar. Hearty welcome, Dr. Samachari. My heartfelt appreciation also goes to Ms. Kavita and Father Bijo, whose coordination, dedication, along with the faculty of the Department of Arts, made this event possible. Hearty welcome. I warmly welcome the directors of Christ Business School, all the head of departments, and the teaching and non-teaching fraternity of Christ College of Science and Management. To all the participants and presenters from various institutions, we are honored by your presence. Welcome, dear participants and presenters. And to our dear students, you are the heart of this seminar. Your enthusiasm and participation will turn the seminar into a living, breathing dialogue. Let this day be a canvas for your curiosity and creativity. Once again, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to one and all to this national seminar on Transforming Tomorrow with AI, blending technology with imagination. Let's make this day truly wonderful and memorable. Thank you.
To share the vision behind today's seminar, I invite Dr. Sumanjari S., Head of the Department and Associate Professor, Department of Arts.
Respected Father Manager, Father Principal, Father Vice Principal, Chief Guest, keynote speakers, esteemed judges, faculty members, participants from other organizations and institutions, colleagues and students. A very good morning to all of you. It is with immense pleasure and a deep sense of honor that I welcome you to this national seminar on Transforming Tomorrow with AI, blending technology with imagination. On behalf of the Department of Arts, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to each one of you who has gathered here today to share, learn, and explore the transformative power of artificial intelligence. It is an honor to have with us the various distinguished judges and participants, luminaries in the fields of AI and different subjects like language, literature, journalism, psychology, and visual arts, who will be sharing their perspectives and pioneering research. Your contributions are not only going to enrich this seminar, but also empower the next generation of innovators and thinkers. We are standing on the cusp of an era where imagination meets innovation and machines are no longer just tools. They are partners in education, creation, and discovery. Artificial intelligence is not a distant concept anymore. It is the living, evolving reality of our present and the blueprint of our future, especially the future of our students. This seminar is a space for visionaries, educators, students, researchers, and industry experts to converge and exchange ideas on how we can responsibly and create and harness AI to build a better tomorrow. Through different paper presentations, we are here to explore how AI can be aligned with human values, empathy, and ethics. How we can shape an intelligent future that is inclusive, imaginative, and humane. As the theme suggests, we are not merely focusing on what AI can do, but also what we can dream up with it and how we can transform with it. The blend of technology with imagination opens doors to innovations that we once thought impossible. As AI continues to evolve, its integration into teaching promises not just efficiency, but also a transformation in how knowledge is delivered, understood, and applied, shaping a more equitable and engaging learning experience for all. To our students and young researchers today, engage, question, challenge, imagine, and let this seminar be a launchpad for your ideas. Before I conclude, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the organizing committee, volunteers, sponsors, and every individual who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this seminar happen today. Once again, I welcome you all for intellectual engagements and transformative discussions. Let us transform the future with AI by blending technology with imagination. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We are privileged to have with us Reverend Father Jose Thotatil CMI, Manager, Christ Group of Institutions. Father, we invite you to deliver the presidential address.
Respected Father Principal, our James George CMI, our Vice Principal, Father Abby Francis CMI, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Niranjana Vanali, Vice Chancellor of Bangalore North University, our distinguished and chief guest address, the child prodigy, Master Raul John Ajju, the head of the Department of Arts, Ms. Sumaranjini S., and all the distinguished guests on and off of the diocese, dear faculty members, and in the invitees and dear students. We are going to have an important event here, that is diffusion of knowledge. When we participate in seminars like this, we get a lot of information and knowledge about the various aspects of technology and science and arts. First of all, I congratulate all the organizers, from principal and vice principal, Dr. Sumranjini, the head of the Department of Arts, then Father Vijay Joseph, and the other faculty members. I don't want to take much of your time. I have just 3 questions to ask you. The first question is about your life. What do you know certain about your life, about our life? What do you know certain about our life? Anyone can answer.
Death is certain, Father. Death is certain.
Yes, you have answered correctly. Death. So we'll all die one day. That is the most certain thing about our life. But we don't know when we die, how we die, and where we die, and what happens to us tomorrow or next hour. So these are all uncertain things. So that is the first question. Then second question, in the Greek mythology, you have read about the Sphinx, a winged, a woman-faced, lion-bodied species or a organism who used to puzzle people going and passing with its question. His question was this: what organism who walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the noon, and on 3 legs in the evening? If the person was not answered, they read it, it's a riddle, no? The Sphinx used to attack and kill that person and devoured. So there was only one person who could answer that question. Who can you say who was that person?
Human being. Human being.
That is answer. That is the answer. Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens is the, no, when we are children, no, or childs, no, we crawl on 4, all the 4. When we become mature, then we walk on 2 legs. And when we get old, we need a support, a cane. But in that time, there was only one person who could answer that question. It was Oedipus. So Oedipus answered that question correctly. And my third question is from science. What was the role of Albert Einstein in making the first atom bomb? What was the role of Albert Einstein in making the first atom bomb?
Imagination.
E is equal to? Yeah, that was the basis. That was the basis of, because from that, from his theory of relativity, he proved that energy is equal to mass multiplied by the velocity of light squared. That he proved that mass and energy are interchangeable. And from a small amount of mass, tremendous energy can be produced. So he indirectly caused the development of the first atom bomb. So these are the three questions now I wanted to ask today. We are going to listen important talks about various aspects of life. So I wish all the best, and I congratulate and thank sincerely the participants, the organizers, and the head of the department, and everyone present here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father. It is our privilege to have amidst us a distinguished academician and administrator. We now invite our guest of honor, Professor Niranjana Vannali, Vice Chancellor of Bengaluru North University, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everybody. Eldrigu namaskara. All the respected dignitaries on the stage and off the stage, and faculty members of this well-known institution, and the students and the paper presenters. I am really delighted to be here today as Vice Chancellor of the university in which the Christ College is there. And actually my role is over once we light the lamp. But as a customary, I have to speak something. In fact, first of all, really I was amazed to see the topic, Transforming Tomorrow with AI, artificial intelligence, blending technology with imagination. Topic is wonderful. I hope all of you will have a very successful discussion, and I hope all of you will go back with a positive mind about our tomorrows. That's what we want. And my day is done today after meeting the child prodigy, Mr. Rahul, and our senior fellows, Sri Professor L. Hanumantaya and Dr. C.R. Chandrasekhar is a known friend of mine for over 2-3 decades. And Satish happens to be my friend. We studied together in the Ramakrishna Mission, Mysore. So I am very happy to be here amidst all, and I can say my day is done today because I met all of them. I hope very interesting discussions will take place on this platform. My only feeling is, if organizers had told me earlier that these people are also coming, I would have adjusted my time so that I can be here till the end. because I have another meeting. I have to go after this. Friends, many times I have wondered, we are in the age of artificial intelligence, but we lack natural intelligence also. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸರಿ ನನಗೆ
creating YouTube videos as a whole. I created room tour videos, like showing off my room, and I created videos, challenge videos, and all those kind, Rubik's Cube challenge and all. I was just like any other kid, okay? I think a lot of my friends want to be YouTubers today. So I'm just one of them, and I'm still one of the kids. The thing is that how it all changed is that I never went behind money or anything like that. I always went behind what I liked, and what I liked was creating content, doing stuff what I liked, right? For example, I started creating videos and all. After that, I was like, what am I going to do next? What do I do next? Because the thing is, before COVID, I did two things. I created a lot of videos. I created videos on, room tour and all those stuff, like I said. But in between that, I also did classical dance. I did folk dance. I also ran marathons that was inaugurated by Sachin Tendulkar, and I also ran with PT Usha. So I had a lot of passions, and no one might even figure out, like, I did classical dance. Imagine the AI kid, right? So I had a lot of passions. But then the problem was COVID struck. So when COVID struck, I was like, what do I do now? I'm home, right? I can't do anything else. Well, that's when I figured out I have something else, my laptop, my phone. And I'm very lucky on that because I have access to all of this. And I was like, I want to reach to the limit of this. So I started, using my phone to the limit. I took my phone, put iOS in an Android phone, for the people who understood that. iPhone is a really expensive phone, and I put that in my 10,000 rupees phone in that time, okay? So I used to be a lot into coding and all those kind of stuff, like using my phone and my laptop, luckily, which I got from my mother, to the peak, right? But then slowly COVID started reopening, and by that time I was figuring out, okay, so COVID is open, what do I do? Then I figured out, what if I make videos on this? Like, what if I make videos on what I figured out from tech, So that is when I started creating a lot of YouTube videos on technology and all this kind of stuff. But then one more problem came, studies. So my parents were like, you have to do that too, right? So what I did, I was like, it took 2 months to edit a video for me, right? But with the help of AI, so I didn't know it was an AI and all back then, I found it a tool online that helped me edit 2 months of my video that I took work in 2 days. So I was able to edit much more videos and do my studies and balance everything out. I was like, what? How is it doing what? Everything that I do in seconds. So that is when I figured out this AI tool and all. And I was like, okay, so it's AI. What is AI? So then I created a video on AI on my YouTube, because that was my recent discovery, I also delve into other future technologies. So rather than technology, which I really like still, I wanted to see what's coming in the future. So that is when metaverse, AI, all these concepts came into the front. And I was like, AI is cool, nice. So that is when I started editing videos and all. And mind you, while doing all of this, I enjoyed the process. I liked editing videos. I like creating videos. Like, I obviously I had my friends to help me record and all that, so I was enjoying with everything, So after that time, what I did is that I never wanted to, become something or anything. Again, I did it for purely fun, because that was my passion, Okay, keeping that aside, coming back to the story, so I started video editing. I delved into what is AI, created a video on AI. But here's the thing, when you upload a video on the internet, I always wanted to become an influencer, let's say. So, and luckily I'm able to become one. I have gained more than millions of views on my Instagram. I'm also a YouTuber. So that time I used to make videos for fun, and I still do, because I did it for my passion. I'm taking that point again and again because that should be clear. Anyway, so that time I started creating videos about AI. And I was like, I need to market it. I need to tell other people that there is a video like this online. So what I did, rather than going to Instagram, Clubhouse and all, Instagram, Facebook and all, I went to an app known as Clubhouse. So that is getting popular that time. And that app, what it did was, I was able to talk to US people, UK people around the world with voice. So I went there, it is like a stage and the audience where you can unmute, you can talk to other people. No video call and all, kind of like Zoom, but just, mute and only voice. So I started talking there about AI and I promoted this video that I had, and boom, I started to get a name there. People started calling me to take sessions for their kids. I was able to gain knowledge from the people in NASA and all. There was a lot of big people who were there about AI. So I started using AI tools. People were paying for AI tools for me to use and review it. So I was like fully interested. Okay, I can post on YouTube. So that video that I made regarding AI, which I went to market it on Clubhouse, got a lot of views, 4,000, and that was big for me that time. I used to get 100 views, so 4,000 was like 4,000 people watched it, crazy. Anyway, so that time a lot of people by taking classes for a lot of kids individually, a person called me saying, one of the principals, if you could take a session for one of my schools. So that is when I started taking kids for US kids. So after that, it just, everything just went so fast. I noticed in my school, there was a kid who made a robot that replies, if I say hi, it will say hi, how are you? Fixed responses. And I was like shocked, what if I could make this smarter? So what I did is that, obviously US time and here time is different, right? So there, when I'm about to sleep, it is like their school time. So what I did is that, 8 to 10 I took session for them. Rest of the doubt session, I made an AI that answers in my way, that talks in my way. If you go to Google, obviously, to answer doubts, you could just go to Google and search it, right? What is AI? But you might not understand it there. So what I did is that I cloned it in a way that explains concepts like I do. So, for example, you will understand in the session coming regarding AI, how I talk about AI and all. So it explains AI in a really simple way to small kids and adults. So everyone will understand. So that is an AI clone that I made as a game on my laptop. So I shared it to them, just like app. I shared it. They asked their doubts, so I could also sleep, and their doubts would also get resolved after my session. What I did is that I took this AI. And with one of my friends, Zaid, in school, his father was a carpenter. So we both got together and we made a robot. So I did the tech stuff, he made the body, and tada, we had a robot. So that I used to go to science fair every single year, and I really liked it. So that year, what I did is that I presented this robot that I made. I won in school level, I won in sub-district, but I went to a district level and sadly I couldn't win. But you know what actually I really won? It was more than the person who won nationally. I got a name for myself as the AI kid in Kerala. I'll tell you, so there was a reporter that came to interview us. He came, I showed off my robot, and that video got millions of views. And I mean millions. So that was a really, really, really lucky time for me, because that time I started making videos on Instagram in Malayalam, YouTube. I continued to do AI stuff, going in depth into machine learning and all. And on Instagram, telling people about AI tools. For example, let's say AI tool to find their shirt, or AI tool to find the best hairstyle for you. Connecting real world issues and fixing it with AI. That's what I did on Instagram, and if people wanted to know more, they could go to YouTube and learn. So that is what I did, and I took advantage of that popularity that I got with that one interview, and it skyrocketed. My Instagram grew, my YouTube grew. I got called out for a lot of podcasts, lot of interviews, lot of sessions around Kerala. I'm still getting a lot of events and being called, not just in Kerala, around India right now. So that just, that one video blew everything. And I never planned it. I was like, that is going to be the interview where I'm going to blow up. No, I did all of this for fun. And even after, my Instagram, one of the reasons it blew up was because one of the videos that I did, a podcast, an interview, I posted it and it got more than 2 million views. So what I'm trying to say is that everything was connected. I learned, I got into technology. I wanted to know more. So I went to YouTube. From YouTube, I started creating videos on random things. I learned video editing. I wanted to speed it up. So after that, I went to Clubhouse. I made an AI. I talked about AI on Clubhouse. I started teaching for US kids. That made me viral. I made a robot. So everything was connected. I never planned it to be like this. But what I did from all of this was following my passion and that what I like to do. So by the end of it, I don't want to go too in depth on AI because I was told to, talk about my life. I hope it is not that boring but inspiring. But I just want to say, like before, AI will not take anyone's jobs, and that's what one of the myths I'm trying to break too. So more on that on my sessions. I thought I'd give a small curiosity. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I hope I didn't bore all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. To honor those who have enriched today's seminar with their presence, I now invite Ms. Kiran Jose, Assistant Professor, Department of Arts, to felicitate our distinguished guests.
Good morning, everyone. It is with immense joy and gratitude that I stand before you as we take a moment to express our heartfelt appreciation to the dignitaries and esteemed speakers who have so graciously accepted our invitation and elevated this seminar with their presence. Today is not merely a day of gathering of minds. It is a celebration of vision, leadership, knowledge, and commitment to learning. Each of our guests today brings with them a legacy of excellence, and it is an honor to acknowledge them with a humble token of gratitude, that is, a book, symbolizing our shared belief in the transformative power of ideas and education. I say, no gift is more enduring, more inspiring, and more soul-touching than a good book. I now request all the dignitaries to step forward. Father Jose CMI, Manager, Christ Group of Institutions, to present the token of honor to Professor Niranjana Vanali, Vice Chancellor of Bengaluru North University. Moving on, a special thank you to Master Raul John Aju, our youngest guest and a visionary in his own right. Thank you, Father. I humbly request our beloved Principal, Reverend Father Tins George CMI, to do the honor of presenting a unique portable magic to our keynote speakers. First, we have Dr. Lankappa Hanumantayya, whose poetic and political voice is an inspiration to all. Next up, we have Padma Shri Dr. C.R. Chandrasekhar, who has dedicated his life to mental health and human understanding. Moving on, we present our token to Mr. B.S. Satish Kumar, whose journalistic insight continues to shape informed civic thought. Thank you, Father. You may take your seats. It is an honor to offer these books as tokens of our appreciation, a symbol of the knowledge we hope to carry forward, inspired by your presence. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Every successful event is built on the support and effort of many. To express our heartfelt gratitude, I now invite Ms. Anna Thomas, Assistant Professor, Department of Arts, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning once again to everyone present here. It is the honor to stand before you to deliver the vote of thanks for the inaugural session of our national seminar, Transforming Tomorrow with AI, Blending Technology with Imagination. On behalf of Department of Arts, Christ College of Science and Management, I extend our heartfelt thanks to Reverend Father Jose Thotical CMI, Manager of Christ Group of Institution, for his encourageous presidential speech and continued support. A very special thank you to our guest of honor, Professor Niranjan, Vice Chancellor of Bengaluru North University, for his thought-provoking and insightful inaugural speech. We are truly grateful to our chief guest, Master Raul John Adju, for his inspiring and forward-looking address. Your presence had added great meaning to this seminar. We are truly grateful to our Reverend Father James George CMI, our principal, for his inspiring address and unwavering guidance in organizing this event. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Reverend Father Ebing B. Francis, Vice Principal, Christ College of Science and Management, for his support and inspiring presence for this event. We are also grateful for the worthful presence of Reverend Father Ronos Joss, CMI, Principal, Christ International School. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished keynote speakers, Dr. Lankappa, Dr. Padma Shri Dr. C.R. Chandrasekhara, and Mr. B.S. Satish Kumar for their worthy presence, and who shall be further sharing their invaluable insight in the upcoming segments. A sincere thank you to Ms. Kavita, our event coordinator, for her exceptional commitment, vision, and tireless efforts in bringing this event to life. I would also like to thank Dr. Sumanjali S., our head of the department, for setting the tone of the seminar through her thoughtful introduction. We also acknowledge the hard work of National Seminar Organizing Committee, both faculties and student members, whose dedication ensured the seamless execution of each detail. I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the students, participants, and attendees who have joined us today with enthusiasm and curiosity. Your presence gives this event its true spirit and purpose. Finally, we are grateful to all the judges and guests who took time from their busy schedule to be with us in this morning. Thank you all for making this seminar not just possible but impactful. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We now disperse for a short tea break. Kindly refresh yourselves and return to the hall sharp by 11:50 a.m. as we begin the keynote session without delay. Let's make the most of every minute today. The students are requested to remain in the auditorium.
അത് അപ്ലോഡിങ് ചെയ്യണേ, അപ്ലോഡ് ചെയ്യണം. ചെയ്യാൻ ചെയ്യാം. അതല്ല ഇപ്പോൾ ഫോട്ടോ എടുക്കാൻ പോകും. ഗുരുരാജ് ഫോട്ടോ 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 സാർ ഇങ്ങനെയാവും, ഇങ്ങനെ അപ്ലോഡ് ചെയ്യണം. ഈ വർഷം അത് ഷെയർ ആണല്ലോ, അത് ഷെയർ സെൻഡ് ഇൻ ദ ഗ്രൂപ്പ്. ടെക്നിക്കൽ കമ്മിറ്റി ഓൾസോ ഷെയർ. അതാ അവിടെ ഇരിപ്പുണ്ട്, ആ സൈഡിൽ അവിടെ ഇരിപ്പുണ്ട്, സൈഡിൽ ഇരിപ്പുണ്ട്.
Can we replace them with some other people if possible?
presentation, and also we will be having discussion about the topic that we are dealing with, so that at the end of the session we will be coming to a kind of some valid contribution to the society. So, okay, without much delay, let me introduce the first keynote speaker, Dr. Lengappa Hanumanthaiah, a very eminent national poet, member of the upper house of the Indian Parliament, and he has received his PhD from Mysore University, and he has got MA in Kannada literature too. And he is awarded with so many, okay, just to mention few of them. He has received Vishwesvaraya Puraskar, Sarangamat Prize for Poetry, Sahitya Parishad Endowment Prize for Poetry, Ambedkar Award from Atimabe Trust for Social and Literary Activities, Nadachedana Award, and Katharangam Award. And also he has also published many books that shows his efficiency in literature too, like Kapu Kanina Hudugi, that's Black-Eyed Girl, and Ava, Mother, Avana Kavite, that's Mother's poem, it is translated into very many languages, and also Akshara, Aksharave, and Karna Raga. And now I kindly invite Dr. Lengappa Hanumanthaiah for his keynote address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Professor. And I thank the Christ College for Arts and Management. I thank every one of you who are present here, the principal, the professors, and my dear students. First of all, I'm thankful to I'm yet to hear them. Professor Chandrasekhar, who is a renowned psychiatrist in the country, who has treated lakhs of people in his service. And the most eminent journalist representing The Hindu, the daily paper, with utmost honesty and integrity, Mr. Satish Kumar, here with me. And I once again thankful to all the people who are responsible to conduct this modern subject national seminar. I have seen a lot of colleges usually conduct seminar and national seminars on very old subjects which may not be useful for the future of the students or for themselves who are conducting it. So today, I am happy that Christ College has taken up this subject, which is a very modern and the future of India. This is the future of India. So necessarily, every one of us must know what is artificial intelligence. Particularly students from rural areas, it is their duty to read, to find out, or to ask your professors who are experts in this, what is AI, artificial intelligence, and what is the importance of this subject going to be the future of India. Today we are not talking about computers, and majority of Indians are illiterates with regard to computers or technology. We are not very much accustomed to technological things. But this is an advanced technology of the world. So the question is, are we Indians are equipped to know about the advanced technology when we don't have the basic knowledge of computers and technology? Of course, India is a pioneer in technology. There are companies like Infosys, Ajim Premji's Foundation, Wipro, and many more. We are pioneers. Even the American Silicon Valley is working with Indian engineers and technological persons. They are highest in number even in Silicon Valley. But are we? So the question is, we have been divided into two. That is, one is India, another one is Bharat. In India, we find all technology available. In Bharat, we are not yet reached the common man. So how do we reach is the question. So rapidly growing field is the artificial intelligence. It involves creating computer systems capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. That is the artificial intelligence. This includes learning, reasoning, problem solving, and this artificial intelligence has profound impact on various aspects of life. It is not just knowing about artificial intelligence, it acquires your life tomorrow. You cannot live without the knowledge of AI, that is artificial intelligence. You cannot live tomorrow. So, it is essentially the simulation of human intelligence by machines, surpassing human capabilities in specific areas like health, education, and even tourism, and many more areas in your like manufacturing and other departments. When these are all the areas where artificial intelligence is an essential part, you cannot live without that. My question is, how do we go up with them? If you don't have the knowledge of what is artificial intelligence, tomorrow you may not be able to cope up with them. So there are many areas like machine learning, natural language processing, and computer vision. These are all the main areas where the computers will be working. There was a time I
ಹನುಮಂತಮ್ಮ ದೊಡ್ಡಬಳ್ಳಾಪುರದಿಂದ ಬಂದವರು ಸತೀಶ್ ಕೂಡ ವಿಧಾನಸಭಾ ರೋಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ರೋಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಿ? ಕೈ ಜೋರಾಗಿ. ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಭಾಳ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಕೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್? ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಶೋರ್? ಓಕೆ. ಎ ಫ್ಯೂ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. 9ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸು 10ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಉತ್ತರ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋರು ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಚೂಸ್ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಬಹುಮಾನ. ಯಾವ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಕೊಡಿ. So you can see the picture. A rural boy from Channapatna Taluk, Channapatna town, growing and getting the Padma Shri Award. Padma Shri Award from Rashtrapati. And you can see meeting our most beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. All of you should aspire for, I told Rahul, is the next aspirant for Padma Award. Padma Award. Okay. So what is the average weight of the human brain? The first question. What is the average weight of the human brain? So you can go with the slide. What is the average weight of the human brain? Whether American, whether Japanese, whether Chinese, whether from Malur, whether from Mudbidri. What is the average weight of the brain? Okay. Quick. Time is very less. Huh? 1,000? Jolada Chappare. It's a replace. Second question is, so 1,300 to 1,400 grams. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೇನೆ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸರ್ ಹುಡುಗಿರೇ ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಸರ್ ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ all human beings weigh 1,300 to 1,400. Albert Einstein brain weighed only 1,250. And because when he died, people wanted to know how big his brain, and they found to their astonishment it was only 1,250. His IQ was 165. How many neurons or cells are there packed up in this 1.3 kg brain? How many neurons? Well, that's all at the end. Yes, right there. Nerve cell is the unit, functional unit. Every second, before you born, till the last breath, the cells have to be alive and active and kicking. Yes, how many cells are there? Quick. Can you tell? Anybody, teachers? How many crores? 10,000 crores. 10,000 crores. When healthy babies are born all over the world, all healthy babies, that means 9 months, fully grown babies, have 10,000 crore nerve cells. They are retained till the age of 60 or 65. Afterwards, the cells start dying. When they start dying earlier, one is when you take alcohol. Now 50% or 60% of students, once they enter PU or college, start 90, 180. Now what is 90? 30 ml, 60 ml, 90 ml on 1 quarter, 8 quarter, 1 quarter, 4 quarter. So please, for heaven's sake, as a mental expert, knowing the brain, don't ever start taking alcohol. If you take 90 ml, it destroys 180 cells permanently. People don't know. Paramananda sir. Dance not good. And year by year, alcohol consumption is increasing. Mr. Anumantaya knows. Karnataka government gets 40,000 crores rupees from alcohol tax. All governments are encouraging. Which part of the brain is the left brain? Which part of the brain is involved in understanding science, technology? Huh? Rahul says right. Is it right? Okay. Right portion, left portion, right portion, front portion. Yes? ಇದರ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಹೋಗಿ ಗೂಗಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೀರಿ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿ ಎಸ್ ಸಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ languages, science and technology, mathematics, decision making, problem solving, creativity, left brain. Then what does the right brain does? Right brain. We saw a beautiful dance performance. Is it left brain or right brain? Huh? Right brain. Music, dance, painting, and human relationship. I love my mother. I love my father. I love my friend. I respect my teachers. All these emotions come from right brain. Right brain. Okay. Then, till what age the brain development, mental development, personality development take place, including body development? Till what age? 18, 20, 22, 23? Yes, madam. Huh? Huh? 25. Is all correct? He is totally correct. Big class for him. So we have many years to go. We're all in sweet 16, sweet 17, sweet 19, sweet 20. So till the age of 25, you can improve your intelligence, you can improve your emotional intelligence, you can improve your personality, you can grow. Which hormone is responsible for growth and development of the entire body? Which hormone? Which hormone? ಇಂಥ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂನಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಚ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಅದರ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ 30 rupees the book. 60 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇದೆ, 30 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದ growth hormone, testosterone, progesterone, thyroxine, bone development, parathyroid hormones. So many hormones are involved. There are totally 50 hormones in the body. 50 hormones in the body monitoring your growth, both physical growth and intellectual growth, mental growth. Now, we'll go run through slides. See, the average weight of the brain is 1,400. The frontal lobe. Now, I will spend time in that. We should preserve your natural intelligence. AI is important. It has changing the world. Next 10 years, 20 years, AI will rule the world. We have created AI. Rahul has created a robot. Instead of Chandrasekhar, my robot will come and speak to you. Instead of Chandrasekhar operating in this, already a robot surgeries are done in Bangalore. There are 40 hospitals doing robot surgery. They do liver transplantation, heart surgery, brain surgery. Everything there. Don't be a surgeon. Program it and then with accuracy, a robot will do it. We are seeing cars without drivers. We see metro train running without a driver. We are seeing servers in the cafeteria to serve your food. To that extent, so the frontal lobe is the one for your higher thinking, creativity. Parietal lobe, all skills. How to operate a new smartphone, how to drive a vehicle, how to cook food. Then your occipital lobe, you have seen me first time. My picture is between the occipital lobe and temporal lobe, the sound. The four portions of the brain, the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, and the occipital lobe, and the temporal lobe. Even if when you use AI, brain will help you to understand AI. Or you can create a robot like Rahul. But don't lose your natural intelligence because we become lazy. I will come to that. Next slide. See, these are the activities of natural intelligence, learning and memory, perception. Your eyes see, you understand what you see. You hear, you understand what you hear. Thinking, critical thinking, imaginative thinking, analytical thinking, imagination, reasoning, cause and effect, problem solving, decision making, planning, execution, prediction. What happens tomorrow? What happens to me 1 year later? I'm a diabetic. If I don't control diabetes, what happens to me? If I'm hypertensive, what happens to me if I take overdose of antidepressant drugs? If I'm depressed, I feel like committing suicide. Should I commit suicide? And what is right and what is wrong? True and false. The natural intelligence. Or you have to train the robot to think in a limited way. Otherwise, our ability is unlimited. Unlimited. Then communication, language, science and technology, and mathematical ability. Next slide. Emotional quotient. To control and express emotions. In AI, still we are unable to create a robot which can show your emotions. Naturally. You can make a robot to laugh. It keeps laughing without reason. You can make a robot to show aggression. It shows, but without any meaning attached to it. You cannot control. So emotional EQ is very important. And positive emotion, love, happiness, being bold, and going for peace. Now we are at the beginning of a war between two countries which were won 75 years ago, 76 years ago. We keep fighting. We keep fighting. पाकिस्तान हमारा दुश्मन नहीं, भारत हमारा दुश्मन नहीं, मारो हिंदुओं को मारो. Or go to Palestine and Israel, go to Russia and Ukraine. Human beings are fighting, killing hundreds and thousands of people using AI. So how using AI? In 3 days we give a response to Pahalgam tragedy. Then social interaction. Now people are becoming more and more isolated because of AI. People are becoming isolated. One smartphone was introduced because of COVID. Now, loneliness has become a pandemic. 1.2 crore population in Bangalore. I feel lonely. Nobody talks to me. They come and talk to me as a doctor. But nobody calls me. Dr. Chandrasekhar, how are you? Sir. We are busy, especially people who are as software engineers. People come, more things are 3 months over, my husband doesn't talk to me. Social connectedness is very important. Now I am very happy to see all of you. You are sending your vibration to me, and I am sending vibrations to you. Sharing me, seeing Satish, seeing others. Our brain gets stimulated, our mind gets the joy of meeting people, connectedness. Relationship, roles and responsibilities. Now people are losing their sense of role and responsibility in the family. Why should I take care of my father and mother? They are old, they are burdened. People are admitting their fathers and mothers in the hospital and giving a false address. Next slide. So AI performs tasks like learning, memory, reasoning, problem solving, perception, language connectivity very accurately. No human mistakes are done by AI. Next slide. Applications, online communication, image, speech recognition, language processing, robotics, healthcare, finance, welfare, warfare, entertainment. Now people are getting glued to their mobiles. What entertainment fingertips. People are getting addicted for 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours a day. 70% students. Next slide. Effects of AI on human beings. Increased efficiency, automation of repetitive tasks, improve decision making, healthcare diagnosis statement, choose the best treatment, analyzing the clinical data, investigations, accuracy, avoiding human errors, speed. He said 3 hours in 1 minute. You can do it. Speed. Then negative aspect. Job loss. Anyway, Sharamantaya has answered that question. Only job changes may occur. But if you are trained, like some people, we guys are unemployed. They are going to villages to do agriculture. They are becoming taxi drivers as the. I went to Gulbarga, 70 out of 92 trainees of BSI were engineers. Well, I don't think BA is enough. Like BA graduates are thinking, sir, no job, sir, with BE degree. Cannot differentiate between good and bad, ethical and unethical. But work it out. How should help us? How to make the robot or the in machine learning, goes per year. And people spend 5,000 rupees per meal. When you go to rich functions, it's to pay 5,000 rupees per meal per person. So again, my request is please learn AI, then know how to use it appropriately to your welfare and to welfare of your family and the society. Thank you very much. This book is available for 30 rupees. I've got a few copies. Brain dysfunctions and information of brain disorders, epilepsy, stroke, paralysis, Parkinson's disease, neuropathies. So it's a simple book written for you people. I'll give you for 30 rupees. Buy and take it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, Dr. Chandrasekhar has specifically concentrated on AI, and personality and personal health will have impacts with the development of AI. So give a round of applause to Dr. Chandrasekhar. Yes, now we have another eminent keynote speaker with us. I'm so glad to introduce Mr. B.S. Satish Kumar. He is a senior journalist with close to 30 years of experience. He is presently working as a deputy chief of bureau and senior deputy editor in the Hindu. He began his career in the Deccan Herald in 1995, and he has got extensive reporting cases with a special attention to the farmers' suicides in southern Karnataka. And then, of course, he is very much efficient and has got a very collaborative academic link with NEP, as we know that, National Education Policy. And also, he is in collaboration with them for them making of, model syllabus for journalism degree post-graduation courses. And also, he is a member of Board of Studies of Journalism Department, and also he has got his MA in Journalism and Mass Communication from the University of Mysore, and also post-graduation diploma in Development Planning and Management from the Institute of Development Studies in Mysore with a distinction in 1992. And of course, he is also a state level award winner from the for the Karnataka Media Academy. So again, I'm once again so glad to invite Mr. B.S. Satish Kumar for his keynote address.
Thank you, Lord. Am I audible? Yes. First of all, let me thank the management and faculty of the Christ College. I hope I am audible. Yeah, now I am sure I am audible. Okay. So thank you for giving me this opportunity, and it's a privilege to be among these two distinguished guests, Dr. L. Anumantaya. Nowadays it's difficult even to talk to an ordinary village panchayat member. But look at him, how decent he is, how simple he is. We are proud that we have got such an MP. And Dr. C.R. Chandrasekhar, he needs no words. The Prime Minister and the central government himself has honored him with Padma Shri Award. When there was no infrastructure at all for handling, mental health, he himself acted like an institution, reaching out to millions. Okay, it's really my privilege to be among these two. Let me come to the subject directly. Okay, and since I'm a journalist, I don't want to touch upon the aspects which have already been dealt by these two dignitaries. Let me begin with an unconventional thing. We have all seen Hindu newspaper, right? Or for that matter, any other newspaper. You have, I don't know how many of you read. That's a good question.
Newspaper every day.
I hope you have got the habit of reading newspapers. Yes.
Million per read. Less than 5% of students read newspaper free.
You know one thing. You know one thing. You must read newspapers, not just to understand what is happening elsewhere, but to also know where do you stand. Okay? Lot of people who have come up in life, academically, administratively, or in their other profession, are all those who have read newspapers. Newspapers are not just for students, for anybody and everybody. The day of even President, Prime Minister of India, for that matter, President of US, begins by reading newspapers. Okay? And I sincerely advise you to read newspapers. Okay. Anyway, having said that, all of you have seen newspapers, at least whether it is Kannada or English. When it comes to Hindu, I want to just ask you a question. The cover price, is 8 rupees. But have you ever thought what would be the cost of printing this newspaper? Anyway, I won't take more than 10 minutes, I'll just finish it off. Okay, it takes us 40 rupees. And what I am saying is some 4-year-old data to print one newspaper. Okay? And we give it to you at 8 rupees. We recover the remaining through advertisement. So then you may ask, what is AI and technology related to this question? Let me come to that directly. Okay. And as a journalist, I don't encourage monologues. If there are any doubts, you can always feel free to ask. Okay. And we are living in democracy. Don't worry. You can always ask questions. And we recover it through advertisements. See, that's why. And also another pertinent issue related to this is in Bangalore, or for that matter any other city, both husband and wife will be working. Most of you leave your house around 7 o'clock and some people even at 6:30 a.m. And newspaper may not have, delivery boy may not have supplied you newspapers at that moment, So that's the reason why even those who want to read newspapers miss out on that many occasions. In fact, when the newspapers come, they will be busy preparing to go to office, leave their home like that. Okay. So that's why all the newspapers have started now coming out with what is called e-papers, electronic papers. Now you understand what I am talking. This is where AI and other technologies come into force. So now we need not spend 40 rupees to print a newspaper. Okay? And we need not have a delivery boy to deliver newspaper to you. And also, whether rain or shine, you will get access to this newspaper. While you are traveling, you can read newspaper or access at the convenience of your mobile phone. Okay, to begin with, now you understand what technology can do to you, right? Okay, and I'm just trying to look at it from journalistic perspective, right? Technology. Second, if it is a general newspaper, I cannot understand how many people are reading it. The only figures we get is through surveys which say that how many newspapers are being sold. But I cannot understand whether you have read my newspaper today. And second, which story you have read in my newspaper, that also I cannot understand. But these e-papers and internet circulation, internet editions of the newspapers clearly tell us how many of you have read our stories and which story was read more? Not only that, we'll also come to know at what time you read it and how much time you spent on reading it. You know how it is going to help? It will help us understand which stories are more required. Which are the stories on which we can focus more. Okay, and similarly for the advertisers, now it has become a targeted approach. They know if we carry these kinds of stories, they are going to give us more advertisements. Okay, I'm not just trying to say it from the commercial perspective, but how technology will help us to understand better. And we can also, we have got weekly analysis in which we will understand, see in which part of the day people read a lot, internet editions, you may be surprised to know, generally it's around 11 o'clock. When you people have just reached office, or you reached office and you are just, comfortable, you logging into your system and you take some half an hour or 1 hour, you work for half an hour or 1 hour and then you start looking into all these things. Okay, and similarly evening peak around 4 o'clock. Okay, these are the new things which we learned through this technology. Hindu may be 138-year-old newspaper, but these technologies are telling us the new things. Okay, from here, let me give a quick example of what is going to happen through AI to us. See, journalism many a times, being defined in a narrow perspective. If I have to give one relevant example, it's like few blind people describing an elephant. Some people think, what is journalism? If you ask them, they will say it's educating. Some people say it is entertaining. Some people say it's about ethics. But let me tell you, it encompasses all, especially ethical issues. So that being the case, let us look at it as communication. Okay. So the way in which we communicate changes a lot. It may not be of much interest to you, but even then I want you to know this before we enter the next subject. How we are going to benefit as journalists by AI is, we get plenty of data. You think journalists are know-alls. No, that's not the case. Some of the cases where we get loaded with data is like census data, which will have thousands of pages, cash census data, and various health survey reports like that. AI can help us understand the trends in these things. For example, let's assume that in Karnataka we have got 224 assembly constituencies. If Congress has won in 80 constituencies, fictitious example, what I am trying to give, in some area or some part of the state, then what are the common parameters there? If you apply AI, then it will help you understand. Please mark my words, I am not saying it will tell you exact reasons. It will help you understand. That's a word which I am using. Because here human responsibility is also there. It will help you understand there are some common parameters where the party won. For example, in Bangalore, despite Congress dominance throughout the state, in Bangalore, BJP won more seats. So it shows that BJP as an organization worked well here. There are various other issues which you can understand through this. Having said this, let me go straight to next issue. See, I mentioned about communication. The way in which we communicate is going to change completely after AI becomes more popular or the next version of the AI unfolds itself for us. Why I say next version and the future version is, what we used to think of computers some 20 years ago is obsolete now. It's laughable, right? We used to see one big computer which was almost like one trunk, and we used to think that's something great. And now, computer has become so thin. And in fact, do you remember, most of us used to use our computers as glorified typewriters? Please don't do that now. Computer is not just for typing and putting on social media posts. It's much beyond that. AI is going to change all those things. See, it's not just AI, even the common technology also. I'm combining everything because you don't look at AI as an independent entity, because it has to be combined with other technologies and various spheres of human life, and more than that, our requirement. So that being the case, earlier we had radios and they were popular. Even now radios are popular. But the way in which we communicate has changed because of this podcast. Is there anybody who listens to podcast? Do you know what is a podcast? Okay. You can literally connect with the world by either directly or indirectly by recording your it could be drama, your talent, your voice, your singing, and put it on various platforms. That connects you with the world. Okay, and you may be a storyteller. You need not book your, you print your book. You can just go into the podcast and give it to the people directly through podcast. Okay, and I'm not touching upon YouTube and all those things. You all know about that. So these are all the technologies where AI can help you understand better. Okay, having said this, now come to the main issue. Okay, see, now he is a lawmaker and he is a well-known psychiatrist. Both of them have given their broader and deeper perspectives about that. Now, what we need to ask is, it is struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. AI is not going to wait for you. You have to embrace it. The question to be asked now is what AI is, not what AI is going to do for me. We have to train this AI to do the things which I want it to do. Of course, as the doctor and Dr. Chandrasekhar and Dr. L. Hanumanthaya said, ethical issues are of paramount importance. Without compromising on our privacy, without compromising on dignity of human life, we have to train AI to do whatever the tasks that are required to be done in an effective manner by reducing the drudgery for us. You know what is drudgery? Drudgery is the strain, physical strain on humans. Okay, see, some of the areas which AI can do, I'm not going to touch upon high-tech areas or cutting-edge technologies, but since you are all from Malur or nearby places, how many of you are familiar with farming? Can you raise your hands, please? Your families may be into farming, okay? You are seeing, suddenly, we are in the middle of climate change, right? You know what is climate change? Just to give you a nutshell, in Karnataka we have got 10 agroclimatic zones that is supposed to be very vivid and diversified thing, because there are countries which do not have this kind of diversity. But we have got some measured and measured seasons. Measured seasons in the sense we think we have got southwest monsoon, which is the mainstay, during which we get some 73 to 75% rainfall of this year, and northeast monsoon, which fetches us something like 22 to 23% rainfall, and summer showers or pre-monsoon showers where we are going to get 3% rainfall. That is the thing which we have noticed for the last 150 years, and that's what we believe, and that's how our agricultural research and advisories have been built upon. But climate change has changed that. We see rains during backward season. You know what is the impact of this on us? We get pests. You are all in Kolar. What is the main crop here? Of the season? Mango, right? What is the impact of unseasonal rains on mangoes? So many thousands of acres of mango were destroyed here due to untimely rains. Destroyed in the sense due to pests. So this AI technology can help agricultural scientists to predict and give advance warning to farmers. Right? But it does not happen on its own. You people should be ready to accept it. How it can be done? Various other technologies will have to be integrated with that. And whatever we thought some 20 years ago as a technology which is affordable and which can be used only by top echelons of society is now the thing of the past, and anybody walking on the street can use it. Okay, when the mobiles came, people thought it's only for the rich people. Mobiles became, some kind of a symbols of dignity, but that's not the case now. We have seen even beggars walking around with mobiles. Okay, so same thing will happen with this AI technology. AI is not going to wait for you. Let me make it very clear. You have to be ready to not just embrace AI, but also tune it, as two of our esteemed speakers said, in a way to help you and not to hurt you. Okay, so already we are into the age where you will work with what is called sensors in agriculture. Sensors in the sense, so let's imagine this hall is a paddy field or some other field where you are growing your crop. See, our farmers have the tendency to irrigate it uniformly, but that's not required. Each plant has its own method, and each part of the soil, maybe 10 into 10 feet, it will have its own pH values and different attributes. So if you over irrigate it, its fertility, soil's fertility may get affected, and it may become saline. Okay, and so that will affect your yield. So now they would have installed sensors, and these sensors will be connected through satellite network to another working station, which will be monitored by agricultural scientists. So in nutshell, what will happen is this will inform the farmer. Earlier it used to inform, now it has got its own system. It will inform the station how much water should be provided to different plants, and accordingly the sensor based technology will intimate the water release system, which will be activated, and accordingly only certain millimeter or liters of water will be given to those plants. It will help not just conserve water but also increase fertility. See, India, as you know, it's a not just growing economy, but it's also one of the countries which have large number of people to feed. And this is the area where we need to capitalize on. I'm particularly referring to agriculture because I made a point to tell you, because you are all from Malur, and you are near to agriculture emotionally. I don't say just physically. And agriculture is going to be the new area because it's a potential area to integrate AI. I'm not going to refer to other areas like there are defense and other things. But ultimately, we stay in Bangalore. You know what's the importance of Bangalore? Which is the IT hub of country. That being the case, you cannot be far away from AI technology, right? So as students or as housewives or as a farmer, all of you should ask yourself, am I ready to take this AI into my house? If that is the case, in what manner I need to take it? Okay, and let me end my speech with few contradictions. See, India still finds it difficult, as doctor said, to feed its entire population. Okay, there are crores of people who do not have food to eat. But on the other hand, the survey by Indian Council of Agricultural Research, which handles all agricultural research activities in in India, and handles all agricultural universities, veterinary universities, says that nearly 1.5 lakh crore to 2 lakh crore worth agricultural and horticultural produce is getting wasted either on the field or in between farmer transporting thing from transit, what we call transit, from farmers' field to consumers' houses. Can we use AI technology to stop this loss? I am telling you because you are all students. You may ask me, I am not studying in agricultural university, but that's not the issue. You may do MBA, you may do various other things. All of you have, including me, have responsibility towards this. This is how we have to use, as I said, all the new technologies, including AI, to help us, to help the country. Okay? And similarly, there are various ethical issues too. But let me add one more thing. In Bangalore alone, a survey by Agricultural University showed that I think it was 8 years earlier, we do not have food, but what is the value of the food that has been dumped after marriage by marriage childries? Do you know a survey has been done? Nowadays people have, it has become a sort of fashion for people, to hold grand marriages. Okay, it's okay. Some people have money, they do it, but the food is getting wasted. You know how much of food is getting wasted? 8 years ago, a survey showed that 400 crores worth food is just dumped into dustbin in a year by marriage children. See, you may ask me what AI is going to do this. See, you have to use this as a communication tool to create awareness and build social pressure on people to desist from squandering money. Okay, so in a way, I'm asking all of you to be some kind of a communicator. The child prodigy sitting here said you wanted to be an influencer. But I want to tell you, all of you are influencers in your society because you are all lucky, you are all sitting here, you have got wherewithal to learn from such a prestigious institute. You are not an ordinary, don't think that you are ordinary students, okay? You have to make up your mind to change, bring about a positive change. You should become change makers. AI will go a long way in using social media to become a change maker. With permission from him, I want to narrate one small thing which he told me while coming in the car. Sir, if you give me permission, I want to narrate. He's not an ordinary person. There are generations of struggle if he has to sit here. He told me his grandfather had some land sanctioned for him some 100 years ago, but it was not being given to him. His grandfather walked all the way from Doddaballapura to Mysore. It took him maybe months. He slept in between, ate whatever he got that, and he happened to meet Maharaja of Mysore. And Maharaja was kind enough to tell him that he is with him and he will give the land sanction. And his grandfather walked all the way back. And none of his family knew where is his grandfather, whether he will successfully return. But by the time he returned, it was a surprise in store for him because Maharaja's order had already reached the local authorities and he got the land sanctioned to him. What I am trying to say now is you should be social influencers to get justice in such cases, because if India is great not just because of technology, because of these ethos, because of these ethics. Let us use artificial intelligence to protect this ethos, okay? To protect our ethics and to help downtrodden people and to bring them to mainstream. Thanks a lot for listening.
Thank you. And yes, we as Satish Kumar sir has mainly stressed on agriculture and AI, and he said, don't ask what AI can do to me, but train AI for our own use. And also he said, embrace AI and tune it. So that was the key point that we get from his talk. So thank you so much. And now we go ahead with a few interventions. We have heard these keynote addresses, and now I would like to invite the audience whether you have some queries, questions regarding what they have communicated to us. If you have, and I know we are running short of time, but let's make it, of course you are free to make your suggestions, and then this is a way kind of discussion, so please, okay, open to you. Yeah. Okay, Dr. Chandrasekhar sir is actually awarding a book for a question. So, a round of applause too. Okay, he will be providing a book for each question. So, okay, make use of it. Yeah, that's all. First question I think goes to Father.
I have two questions. Okay. I don't. Already he has given me a book.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, okay. The first one is to Dr. Lankappa. As you represent the upper house, okay, what we see as an educator, what I feel, okay, countries as we talk about AI and things like that, but the education system that we follow do not follow the piece that we talk about with AI. Okay, and it's unfortunate to say that as an educator, I'm not able to introduce a course of AI without the permission of the university, and university does not permit affiliated colleges to start their own courses, but they are not introducing in the curriculum all these things also. So as a representative of the upper house, I think it is my request to Lankappa sir to look into this, making the piece required enough to compete with the people outside. Maybe universities are allowed to change their way of operation, modus operandi, but as an affiliated college, we don't find any room for improving our curriculum here. We have to strictly follow the curriculum that we get from the university, and mostly that is followed 10 years back, and which has no connection with the news trends, and that is unfortunate.
A lot of universities have introduced artificial intelligence as their curriculum. Lot of universities. If any university is not approving your subject after your introduction in the college, or you are intended to introduce the AI as a curriculum, you can write to the universities. I hope the UGC has already taken a decision that AI has to be introduced in as many as subjects along with it, whether it is arts, commerce, science. AI can be introduced as a subject.
It's not only about AI. The new trends coming in.
Yes. No. This has to come from the area of education. The colleges where they are interacting with the universities has to suggest to UGC to go for a new curriculum for the present requirement. If see UGC many a times may not come out with their own. It has to come from the ground level that these are all the requirements which is not permitted by many universities to teach in the colleges. So the UGC will definitely take care of it. But as a parliamentarian, in the parliament, the subject education discussed very rarely it will be discussed in the parliament. And the department HRD has to take up the subject discussion in the parliament, then the professors who are there or the interested people can have a discussion on these kind of subjects and make the university to open their eyes and allow these to be the to have a new curriculum in the colleges. You are absolutely right. New curriculum has to come. Today many things have become irrelevant, but we are still teaching them. We are not going for a present requirement. See, that has to, my sincere feeling is, all the professors who are working in different colleges or people who are interested in education has to initiate this debate and tell the government and the HRD department and the UGC, which is a nodal agency for government and the colleges, has to take up these issues and propose what are all the subjects to come up. If you don't do it, and you are the real communicator, the requirement of the students and the government policies, to bridge between those two, you are the real, the principals and the professors who are working in different colleges, they are the real nodal officers. They have to initiate the discussion.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. The second question is to Satish, sir. Okay, we were talking about AI and farming and things like that. Okay, we know maybe more than 30% of the population into agriculture. Okay, And how can we bring AI to the grassroots? Because most of the time when I interact with our parents who are farmers, they don't use AI accessible mobiles or anything of that sort, and they are mostly uneducated to operate or get access to AI. How can we think of bringing AI and its educational awareness to the grassroots?
Thank you. Before that, I just want to go back to your first question to him. At the post-graduation level, AI has been introduced. In fact, yesterday we had a board of studies meeting in journalism for the post-graduation, Bangalore Central University. In fact, we sort of upgraded 2-3 subjects where AI has been integrated. Yeah. Having said that, yes, your question is very much relevant. You know, agricultural, when it comes to farmers, it's called agricultural communication. It's very difficult because here you have brought the students to me, they have come here to listen to me, but that's not the case with farmers because of administrative problems and the trust deficit is always there. Farmers do not trust the system, administrative system, because it has always been oppressive. You know, oppressive means right from the British time, farmers were the main tax givers. So that legacy is there. Farmers even know they do not trust the system, and they are also illiterate. Most of them, I don't say everybody, and are not well educated. And their exposure is limited. So that's why now what ICAR has done now is they are using fellow farmers as face of reforms or face of innovation. Through them, they are trying to tell these people. And believe me, when somebody does it, it's called empathizing in communication terms. Like if I say something that may not go well with these students, but if a fellow student does something, they will be very quick to latch up onto it. That's the experiment they are trying. And as you know, we have got one Krishi Vijnana Kendra in each of the district. Their duty is to sort of reach these what we call reforms or innovations to farmers in a way which is acceptable to them. But having said that, yes, we are slow in that. We are very much slow in that. A lot of NGOs are also coming up now, but that's not enough. That we must admit. Because our mobiles are the main platforms for using all these things. Now there is internet revolution also, because internet is available everywhere, even in farms. And now it has to be used for the next, taking these reforms to the next level. Why I particularly refer to farmers is, it's not just about farmers. If the farmers come up, then only we can survive. Because it's about feeding these billions of people. It's not just about farmers' issues. It's about if I and you have to survive, then farmers will have to survive. We have to remember that. And now we are no longer talking about food security. We are talking about nutritional security. Especially after COVID, you may have realized what is required is nutritional content. Nutritional content plays a main role. And along with that, there are several social issues also. Why Bangalore is so much populous? Because all the people from villages think that only Bangalore can provide employment. It's not just about Karnataka, even people from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Tamil Nadu, even from Maharashtra come here. Can we not stop this? This has become a problem of urban planners too. In fact, this is a problem which Hanmantaya will have to face even in the Rajya Sabha. This is a problem with multi-faceted issues. In fact, it's a social issues too. Most of the farmers' sons, children, they come here, they become taxi drivers and they reside in slums because they don't get paid well, and they get into contact with all these antisocial elements. Are we creating one bad environment for them? Why can't we create a system where a farmer can settle down in his village and earn well, and he can also earn well, he can be happy, and he can in return give us quality and good food. That is a concept. Don't get mistaken that I have taken this subject, confined this subject to farming. I just thought, since farming was not touched upon, I am just trying to convince you people, this is one of the issues where the country can get connected. I'm looking at it from the broader sense of communication. That's all. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for the intervention. Anybody? Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
question or my urge is, as a journalist to whom frankly we look up to, because there's so much that you're basically bridging the gap between where India is headed to and what is possible today, right? And what it was. So you're the kannadi, you're the mirror. So frankly, my ask is, when we have technologists, the likes of Infosys or the HCLites or the TCSs, how can journalism or journalists or media houses as yourselves bring together the government for as simple as BBMP infrastructure projects to be expedited with technology, because the tech houses would know how to do it. The government has the will to do it, and maybe you are the powerhouse bridging them together. And do you see yourself doing that? And if that's the case, what is your urge to the government, or what forums do you want? Because frankly, we technologies are ready to do it.
See, media's role is that only. As I said earlier, some people think it's educating, some people think it's about entertaining. It goes much beyond that. We have been doing that. In fact, very recently, we held a 2-day international conference titled Huddle. It's about bringing about policy reforms or policy change. In that, even Sri Lankan former President Ranil Wickremesinghe, who lifted Sri Lanka from the jaws of what we call a disaster, was also present. He came out with lot of suggestions. Similarly, I just took his name. That's all. In fact, 5 CMs, including Kashmir CM, was supposed to attend that, but because of these escalating tensions, there was an order that CM should stay put in the headquarters. So that's why they could not come. But all of them had sent their emissaries, and there was discussion about education. In fact, the education thing was very interesting, because those from traditional universities lamented that they were not getting the required funds, whereas the private universities had financial support, and the relevant authorities said that they will look into it. These kinds of policy changes we are trying to bring in, not just through journalism, but through additional work also. And through our reports also, every day we are trying to bring about a change. Okay. In fact, I myself, when I toured the families or the areas of farmers who had committed suicide in southern Karnataka, I think it was way back in 2014 or 15, I think. In fact, then the government constituted a high-level committee led by a chief minister, which had several other ministers from allied subjects like agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry, etc., even cooperation as its members to look into that. But what I am trying to say is, don't merely stick on to that. As individuals, you ask what you can do.
Yeah.
See, earlier, yes, your question was relevant, only media could do that. But now there is social media. Don't keep quiet. And that's what I'm trying to make you to understand. Use this AI. There will be days when there will be relevant technologies that will be added to AI to make it convenient for you to use it in an appropriate manner which you deemed so, okay, to connect to the world. That's what I said, broader sense of communication. So you will have your voice represented. Make use of AI to make that, like your son has done now. Your son has become popular not just because he is using AI, because he has got confidence. How many of people, children of his age can come here and talk confidently? Merely using AI would not have taken him here. His confidence and his zeal, that's important. Okay, and let me give one more example. This communication is always for, connecting with the world. In the last 80 years, who is the greatest personality who has understood the value of media and who has used media to the hilt? Can you take a guess? Anybody in this hall? In the last 80 years, I mean to say, Mahatma Gandhi. He used media. He was the one who understood the power of media and used media for getting freedom struggle. He enrolled media for the freedom struggle, and Bal Gangadhar Nath Tilak and everybody were writers. In fact, for that matter, even Jawaharlal Nehru was a writer. That was one way of communicating and linking yourself, connecting to the world. And later, India, first realized when it got freedom that it has to increase its food production. So we took up Green Revolution. Do you remember Green Revolution? You know how Green Revolution was taken up? When Dr. Swaminathan said, like we need to reach to people through media, not many people believed it because there was illiteracy. But you know how they went ahead? They used what is called opinion makers. In every village, there will be somebody who can read the newspaper. Through them, for about a year, they worked on this project, which seed to sow, when to sow, and these kinds of things. See, if you have got will, there is a way. And earlier, media was the only medium. Now it's not like that. You can connect through social media, use AI tools for better connectivity. Okay.
Okay. Any other interventions? Sorry.
See, I want to tell students, don't keep any doubts within you. Okay? You have to be bold. Don't have any shyness that, if you ask a question, you may be misunderstood and all those things. Be bold enough. That's what education aims to do.
Hello, sir. My question is, like today we consider this. Even now, every time whenever we learn journalism or when we talk about journalism, we always think like the print media has more value and credibility than the other because it comes under, it's a product of a deep research and analysis. Okay, now the AI has come. So, how you feel in your newsrooms, how you find it or how you find the challenges with the deep fakes or AI generated news and all those things. How you feel like, do we have a more duty to do or this AI, the technology are making you the print media to the extension? Or are we going to die like the news print media is going to?
See, first of all, because decline in readership, the newspaper circulation is falling. It's not just about English, even Kannada also. If a ardent reader dies, it's a great loss for the newspaper. That commitment, even in vernacular medium, it's a international phenomenon. It's not just about Karnataka, India, like that. It's an international, global phenomenon. Readership is coming down. You need to again revive that. Not in the interest of the newspaper, but in the interest of the society and in your own interest. And as you mentioned, AI it's a double-edged sword for media. One, we get, as I explained earlier, it's very easy to go through the data and analyze the trends. But as a human being, I need to use my brain. That's more important because journalism is not just about giving you information. That is not journalism. Journalism is about to choose how to give information and in what format. Let me give one simple, it may appear silly. If a reporter goes to a transport minister's press conference, all that he will say is auto fares have been revised to 40 now. 40 rupees, that will be the minimum. So how does a reporter put it? Because there's a difference between information and journalistic information. Okay? If a reporter comes back and it says that auto fares have been revised, minimum fares have been revised to 40, it does not make any sense. He has to study for himself. What was the earlier minimum fare? That was 30. So then he has to say auto fares have been increased by 10 rupees. Why the transport minister does not give this news to us? Because this is negative for him. He does not give. That's how always the bad news is sugar coated. So you need to use your brains. See, same thing applies with AI. We'll get news, but it's difficult. We don't know whether it is fake or not. We need to be extra careful. So a traditional and conventional newspaper like Hindu, which gives emphasis for credibility, will not take such news without verifying. In fact, to be frank, we haven't used much of AI in our print so far. Yeah, some of the Kannada newspapers have already gone ahead with illustration. Illustration, in newspapers we'll have illustration like a classroom thing or something like that. That people have already started doing. We are still waiting. Not that we do not have wherewithal to adopt AI, but we are bothering about this ethical use, not compromising with our ethos. It will take some time, but definitely it has to be adopted, but without compromising on our editorial standards.
You
can ask questions even in Kannada. You don't get these two personalities every day, you know.
That's right.
Please feel free to ask in Kannada.
That is true.
Good afternoon, sir. My question is for Dr. Sri Chandrasekhar sir. Sir, though I'm a teacher, can you hear me, sir?
So can you come forward, please? Yeah. Thank you.
Sir, since I'm a teacher and I have this interest of analyzing students, you were talking about their strengths and weaknesses. We have this myth saying that the laziest ones are the ones who would find the finest solutions or the smart way out of it. So, are the students relying on this technique and using AI and the technology and trying to find the easiest way out and trying to make their lives easier? So, how do you see it at this perspective, sir? Like, is it a good or a healthy way for the students, or would you guide them in a way which is different, or would you consider it as a negative? I just wanted to know your perspective. The students having this myth, are they right or wrong?
In our days, we have to go to library, find out which book, where is the book located, which page I have to search. It would take a lot of time. Now, at your fingertips, whatever subject, whatever issue you want to know, just your Google God will tell you the answer. So to that extent, manual labor is reduced, time is reduced, quick information. Only thing is in all books, authenticity. Reliable information is printed. There's a textbook, there's a latest journal, or whatever it is. Whereas in Google, we don't know. Almost more than 70% information, we have to cross-check it, whether it's true or not. It's bombarded with information. Just to give an example. When you get a sign of heart attack, one message says, take ginger, keep crushing in the mouth, you're not going to a doctor. Or if your hair is falling, take this oil, apply, you'll get a 6-foot long hairs. Even as a doctor, within 1 minute I get phone calls. Doctor, you have prescribed overdose. Who says so? Google says. Or Google gives 10 side effects, 20 side effects. You didn't tell me anything, you said only one side effect. So, one is information boom is there and information is available with minimum effort. Only have to cross check it. Whereas earlier, library, journals, or go back to teacher and then ask, then you'll get reliable information. So that's why I've gone to many medical colleges and gone to libraries, and they would open the new journals which has been available there. No new volumes are open. They got the books. So nobody comes. They have their own laptops, they have their own mobiles, and the entire library beautifully arranged, thousands of books. Only 1%, 2% students enter the library. Or you ask the same thing. We are requesting to ask questions. None of you are opening your mouth. Opening your mouth. Okay. As a psychiatrist, should I ask a question? Will that question be a good question? What my classmates will react for that question? Better is, my muchman sumne kutiradu. We don't, our education system doesn't encourage asking questions. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕ್ರಿ. Albert Einstein long back said, please ask a question. Then when you get the answer, please verify. Gautama Buddha 2600 years ago said, if Vedic scholars say something, Raja says something, or Mantri says something, please, even if I say something, please ask a question. And verify it. Then only accept it. Gautama Buddha 2600 years ago made this statement. So ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಟೀಚರ್ಗಳಾದಷ್ಟು ಓದೋ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಓದೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೊರಟೋಗೋದಷ್ಟೇ. ಯಾರು ತರಲೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಡಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳೋದನ್ನು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೀವೇ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವೇ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಂತಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಅವೇ ಬೈ ಆಲ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್, and especially in the field of health. I see even today 90% of people do not know why they get diabetes, which is the best way to cut down the sugar level, why epilepsy comes, why stroke occurs, why pneumonia occurs, why some people, 40 lakhs people died out of COVID in India. Why only they died? Remaining 128 or 130 crore people didn't die. ಯಾರು ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರು ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಪ್ರವೃತ್ತಿಯೇ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಎನಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ modern communication technology, so we get information very quickly, but whether it is accurate or not, we have to verify.
Okay.
We have to verify.
Thank you.
Did I answer your question, sir? So please, I request all the teachers to here to, at the end of each class, please take people to ask questions. Okay, before to start the next class, what I taught you yesterday, what doubts you have, so you will become a receivers. So you receiving information. He will carry actively. Okay, mugging up. So our education system will become parent teaching and parent learning. Parent teaching and parent learning. Ili part ashte. ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಉರುವಸ್ತೀನಿ, ಬರೀತೀನಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So many people fail in the interviews because they will ask you a question, you have to think and answer. ಅದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೋ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್, ವಾಮಿಟಿಂಗ್, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೌತ್. Thank you, sir.
Okay, now it's time to conclude the session. And today we had a fruitful session, transforming tomorrow with AI, blending technology with imagination. And the main points of this day, actually, just want to brief, like AI is the future in life and health. Employment issues are to be taken care, and also personal health and relationships are to be taken care when we use AI. And also there are ethical dilemmas that we need to consider, and it's of course in the WIPO and TRIP agreements and all, it's all under discussion, especially on these ethical dilemmas. And also AI has to be used well and for our need. Embrace AI and tune it. Let AI be in our lives and educational system. So these were the key points that we have discussed and concised in a form. So dear friends, I would like to end with a thank you note to especially to the keynote speakers in 3 different areas: government level, health level, and print and journalism level. We were so privileged to have Dr. Langappa Hanumandayya, Dr. C.R. Chandrasekhar, and Professor B.S. Satish Kumar for their valuable input sessions and then expert and well-studied keynote addresses, and also well evaluated and connected with the society and practical oriented reflections. Thank you, dear professors, for your valuable input sessions. Let's give them a round of applause too. And also I would like to thank for the kind presence of the chief guest, Mr. Raul John Aju, for this session, and also the presence of our beloved principal, Reverend Father Jins George CMI, and all the teachers from various institutions. And thank you, dear students, for your patience and of the same time, no, it's been long, I know that, but thank you, dear students, for your valuable presence. And I'm so sure this Christ, as we end this session, this seminar session, Christ College of Science and Management has contributed to the intellectual reflections, and it will lead to the practical discussions later on based on AI. So proud to say that we have really made use of this national seminar and this, especially this session, and so much. So thank you everyone. We conclude. Thank you.
Thank you.